Hey everyone, how's it going, and welcome back to Robot Boy. And in this video we're going to be taking a look at how I got involved with No Man's Sky as a game. You could say this video is my No Man's Sky story. So I've been in the No Man's Sky community for a few months now in terms of sort of content creation. I've obviously been playing the game for much longer than that. And it's been so great to expand my ways of enjoying and experiencing this game, especially seeing as Next is right around the corner now. I used to, I still do obviously watch all the No Man's Sky YouTubers, and in particular I remember during the Waking Titan ARG in the lead up to Atlas Rises released in August last year. I remember sitting by the pool in Cyprus for 2 weeks in August, just listening to Cobra's subcast, listening to everyone hyping up about it, binge watching MZK's videos, just finding out as much as I could about No Man's Sky as a game. I didn't realize there was such a big community involved with it outside of me just playing it. Most of my friends, or all of my friends, just couldn't care less about No Man's Sky. Everyone who I know who plays PlayStation just could not care any less about No Man's Sky. It's just not a thing that people like. And somehow I was loving the game still, and I just couldn't figure out why no one else was enjoying it. I mean, I obviously could see why, but I couldn't find anyone else who was interested in the game. And then looking on YouTube, I found a load of YouTube creators who loved the game and had thousands and thousands of views on their videos. And I was like, there's so many people who like this game. What have I been doing this whole time? So I subscribed to everyone, listened to everyone's videos, and it was great. I remember just sitting in the sun, basking in the hype that this ARG was creating amongst the community at that point. It was fantastic. But let's go back even further. I want to fill you in on how I found No Man's Sky and why I fell in love with it so much. Okay, it's E3 2014. I watch E3 religiously, as if it's some sort of holy ceremony every single year. I just love it. It's one of my favorite times of the year. That 1 week that E3 is on, oh my god, it's just awesome. Seeing new gameplay for highly anticipated games, new console reveals, dramatic new sequel reveals, insights into the future of the gaming world and where technology will take us in the coming years. It's just fantastic. Then drops this little game called No Man's Sky, an infinite universe coming to PlayStation. Not just PC, but PlayStation. Someone had finally created a game of this scale to fit onto a console, and it looked stunning. This is why I love games, I thought. 2016 release date? Nice, let's go, I can wait, let's go there. 2016 comes around. I'd kind of forgotten about the game a bit. Then IGN had their coverage of it, and suddenly Sean Murray was all over the internet. He was the god of games, the creator of universes. The demos he showed reignited the hype train in me. August 2016 was not too far away at this point. I work as a media teacher in a sixth form college and high school, so I had the summer off and I couldn't wait to get my teeth into this game. We have a store called Computer Exchange. It's basically a trade-in shop for games, for movies, for technology. I'd recently traded in a bunch of my old games and had about £50 worth of voucher for the store. And there was nothing else coming up for a while that I really wanted, that I wasn't going to pre-order, such as Battlefield was coming out, and I was like, I'm definitely going to pre-order that on Amazon, things like that. So I thought I'd use it to get No Man's Sky, a game that I wasn't too sure about. I was hyped about it, wasn't sure, but I knew I wanted to get it, but wasn't sure I wanted to spend my real money on it. So I thought, might as well drop the voucher on it and see how it is. So the release date hits, the game is out. And I don't watch any videos on it because I don't want the experience spoiled for me. Now that's a great idea, isn't it? Bear in mind that because this store is a trade-in only store, someone had to trade the game in order for it to become available for purchase. So on the day of release, the game was not available in the store. I checked on their website daily, waiting to see if my local store had one handed in. And to no avail, nothing appeared for a couple of days. At one point, my local store had one in stock, but by the time I'd got there, it had gone. I was about to order on Amazon when all of a sudden I got a notification. The game was in stock in a store, not my local one, but the nearest one after that. It was about 30-40 minutes away from me. Yes, I thought, let's go, let's do it, it's here. My family were away on holiday, I had the house to myself. Fantastic, I can play No Man's Sky loudly all day, all night, it's going to be amazing. I jumped in my car, before remembering that my car had been playing up like crazy for the last few weeks. I turned it on. It started going. But it started, and I thought, oh, okay, this is going to be a bit of a difficult trip. But it will survive, I'm sure it will survive. It'll be an easy trip. I'm just going to go, get the game, and come back. Once I'm back, I don't have to leave the house, and that's going to be it. So I'm halfway there, and my car cuts out when I'm in heavy traffic. Oh, did I mention that this was rush hour in London when this was happening? Yeah? So it was a little bit hectic. So my car cuts out, but I managed to restart it. And then it cuts out again. I pull off down a side road and basically kick my car back into life. I'm just like bashing it, knocking it. And it chugs along, restarts, and I get it back onto the main road. But I found out that basically at this point, every time I went into first gear, the car would die. So I had to keep it in at least second gear or above to keep it from cutting out. This is in rush hour, so this was not an easy task. After about, I'm going to say over an hour just to get there, I got to the store. I whacked my car down a side road with about 10 minutes free parking and ran to the store to get the game. There was one copy left. I gave it to the woman at the counter, who kind of looked at me as if I was buying some sort of satanic ritual book. Remember, I hadn't been checking any news stories related to No Man's Sky at this point since release. So she was just kind of like, and now I look back and I think she was kind of like, what are you doing? Have you not seen the news? And no, I hadn't seen the news. So I was like, cool, I'm so excited, so hyped. This game is going to be great. Nothing's going to be wrong with it. I got the game basically for free with my vouchers and got back in my car and managed to get it home somehow. This is like over 2 hours of time just to get the game. I got home, I put the disc in on a blistering hot summer's evening, glass of Pimm's at my side, a bean burger in the oven. All was good, all was so good. I loaded the game up and it initially blew me away. Looking up at the sky and thinking, oh my gosh, I can go to that planet. I'm gonna be honest, I think the first time we all took off and went into space, for any player playing this game, the first time you got in your spaceship and went into space, I want you to try and tell me otherwise, that it wasn't one of the most fascinating experiences you've ever had in a video game, because for me, it was. There's nothing quite like that first moment. You realize you're in space, infinite space, and you can go anywhere you see and land anywhere you want to. It's just, I can't even, yeah, that moment was a huge moment for me playing games. Later that evening, I carried on playing and I started to notice some things. Why, you know, what, okay, the game looks a bit muddy, looks a bit fuzzy, looks a bit odd. Why does it keep crashing all the time? How do I access all of these cool features mentioned in the trailers? I don't know how to access all of these things that I was told would be in the game. So I opened up the internet. Ah, I see. That's when I saw the storm of negativity and hate and this game's not what it was supposed to be, oh my god. But I carried on playing and I still enjoyed what I had to play with, but I got bored pretty quickly. I didn't hate the game, I didn't despise it, but I can't deny that I was disappointed, because I was, and I'm sure we all mostly were disappointed. I put the game away, I didn't sell it. Despite the silence from Hello Games, I had hoped that there was more that could have been done to this game. And I was right. And that's why I stuck with the game. There's been no other video game that I've played where I've seen literally limitless potential for future updates. When I was playing it during its 1.0 stage and there was nothing to do in the game and it kind of basically sucked, all I could think about was, what can they do to make this game great? And I had so many ideas, and that's why I was so excited to keep this game. And that's why most of my videos are what could make this game even better, and why so many other people, other content creators, can make videos about this game without having any concrete information. It's because Hello Games can literally do anything with this game. Take Mass Effect Andromeda for example. That game came out last year and it flopped bad, and I abandoned it immediately. It's a constrained game with not much room to breathe due to so many reasons, mostly stemming from the fact that bigger games have to adhere to a bucket load of stakeholders, corporate owners that dictate what the game can or can't do. The same thing is currently happening with Star Wars Battlefront 2. It's a real bad problem. No Man's Sky, however, is a small development team of people who built the game almost as a passion project, and I had so much faith in Sean Murray as a person, and I still do. Next, for me, is the reward for people like myself and like you all watching this video, the reward that we have been waiting for. We know this game can be fantastic, and it will be. I'm sure it will be. It's already pretty great, and it will be better. And yes, it's taking time, but it will get there eventually. And for that, I will always be infatuated with this game and what it could potentially be. And that's it, everyone. Please do leave your ideas and thoughts in the comments below. What is your No Man's Sky story? How did you hear about the game? How did you start playing it? Additionally, what are your thoughts on No Man's Sky next? What do you think we'll see in the new update? And of course, when do you think the new update will drop? As always, please give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and do subscribe to join me on this journey if you haven't done so already. And with that, I'll see you all in the next video.